back than that, as I mentioned in a couple of my songs in Africa, West Africa. I think that it's important to showcase, that regular human experience that everyone has. Like, yeah, we deal with anti-Semitism and racism, but we also like to go to the beach. We also like to hang out with friends. We also like to celebrate holidays like everyone else does. So for me, it's important to have a balance of that and to show, for our people, first of all, like our communities, to give them something to just enjoy. So every time they're listening to some Jewish music or music dealing with black identity, it's not only like a reminder of racism, it's also a reminder of, yeah, we have the right to just be happy and live life like everyone else does. And I tried to do that a little bit with my most recent song, Yoter Midai Cham, or Too Hot, that I did with a rapper from Rishon LeZion, Ben Lulu. And it's really just like a fun summer song. And like the music video we shot for it was like a fun and interesting take on like the division between American Jews and Israeli Jews. And we talked a little bit about this, how Israeli
Is it
Jews...
difference?
That was our discussion before.
Yeah.
Didn't Rudy Rochman come in the video?
Yeah.
I think I remember seeing him there.
Yeah, and he's in the video, Baruch Hashem, that he's home. Like,
Yeah.
really, I know everyone in our community is
We were
very
praying
happy
for him
about
here
that.
as well. We dedicated our last class to his freedom, and then we had the good news just shortly after,
It's amazing.
Yeah. So Rudy Rochman's back, and so is his crew. They're back home in Israel, and hopefully they'll continue doing works of unity in the world. And it's amazing, and everyone's connected somehow, like Nissim Black as well, similar management. Everyone has some connection to each other. It's amazing. And Nissim himself is, a student of the Rav. It would be interesting to see, one day to do a collaboration, a song with him. But the question I have is, what made you agree to come to the class today, to join us with Rav Shalom Arush?
Well, I met
his
you.
Message.
I met you a couple weeks ago here in Yerushalayim for coffee. We had a really good, long conversation.
Yeah, I enjoyed it.
About, honestly, I don't even know exactly what I'd sum it into, because I feel like
Yeah.
we hit on so many different topics, from like music and even that business, but also connecting that to the soul and to the idea of unity. And I feel like that's a message that the world needs right now. I think that I'm come from a very diverse background, even in my family, and it's always a process of connecting to my roots, and everyone has a different place where they're at in that process, and it's important to emphasize that unity and the fact that, yeah, like, you have a place to go to ask questions and to figure out how you're gonna connect with your heritage, your roots. So for me, that's sort of my personal take and how I interpreted and connected that message to what I'm doing, and I was very happy to come and join and talk about that.
Amazing. So one of the things Rav Arush has been pushing is the power of prayer. That we have to understand that obviously this is the Emuna class, the whole focus is on the Gan Emuna series. So we'd like to hear again from Rav Elgrod, if you could just help us, because some of the questions we have are interesting, to say the least. Someone had a dream and Rav Rosh was rectifying their soul, and there's pretty intense questions. What would the Rav say, like, as being a student of the Rav for many, many years, much more than most people have had the merit? How would the Rav guide us after all these years of hearing the Rav speak about prayer? How do we make it more part of our daily life in a real way that can help us come to, as the Rav explained before, better connection to human people, and more love and more connection?
That's a good question. I'm gonna use the Rav's words. Yafeh me'od. Very nice.
Smile.
Smile. Okay, all of you smile. Rabbi Natan, when he opens his book Likutei Halachot, he brings a beautiful concept, which is a concept that actually it describes what we are all doing here today. The world is full of darkness. We can't ignore that. There is darkness. But Rabbi Natan says that in order to banish away the darkness, you just need to light a small light. Me'at min ha'or dochet ha'choshech. A little bit of light repels darkness. Now, our job is to light a little bit of light. Now, if you light a little bit of light, and you light, and you light, and we all light it together, it's going to become a lot of light. And then not only will darkness be repelled, darkness will be abolished. Now, that is our job. That is what we're trying to do here. That is the whole concept of unity through diversity, of harmony through diversity. And that is the power of prayer. For so many years, for decades, for eons, people have been speaking about what to do, how